Welcome all to this mathematics class. I am Miss Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. We have started with Unit 2 of Section 1 of Mathematics, that is permutation, combination and linear programming problem. Permutation, combination, that we have started. Linear programming problem, still there is time. We will do it later on. So in this subunit, permutation, the definition of permutation, and some problems based on permutation we have solved. Today, I'm going to start with combination. What is the difference between permutation and combination? Let me first explain you that. See, when I have started with permutation, I started with this example. Suppose there are 3 students and I want to arrange these 3 students for a photograph. I want to make them sit on the 3 chairs. How many arrangements will be possible? I started with that problem, right? That simple example. So I have figured it out and we observed that there were 6 different arrangements possible. I can make student A sit on the first chair, B on the second chair, C on the third chair, ABC or ACB. They are 2 different arrangements because here B is occupying the second chair and in the second one C is occupying the second chair. So the order was important. Okay, and how many such permutations we got? Out of 3, selected 3 and placed them in order. We got 6 different arrangements. Okay, 3p2 out of 3 we have selected 2 and arranged them in order. How many we got? Again we got 6. So 3p2 was 6. So the number which we are writing here at the top, that is a total number. So total were 3. And we are arranging out of those 3, we are arranging 2. So in the bottom, what we are writing is how many we are taking out of the total. Okay. So here we were taking out of 3, we were taking 2 and arranging them. So that is written as 3p2. And we have figured it out that the number of arrangements of 3 students taking 2 at a time comes out to be 6. 6 different arrangements were possible. Similarly, if there were 3 students and I want to take only 1 at a time and arrange them in order, I will get only 3 possible ways. Either I can, means the number of chair is only 1. So either I can take A or B or C. So there will be 3 such arrangements. So 3p1 is 3. So whenever I'm talking about permutation, I'm talking about arrangement. I'm arranging the students for a photograph. I'm arranging the particular objects in a row, or I'm arranging the books on a shelf. All these type of examples we have done. Okay. But what is combination? So in permutation, because I'm arranging the things, order is important. Which place, what I'm putting on the first place, what I'm putting on the second place, so what I'm putting on the third place. So the order is very important. Okay. Whereas in combination, we are only selecting and making a group. The order is not important. So let me explain you with the help of the same example of 3 students. Suppose I'm having 3 students, A, B, and C. Out of these 3 students, I have to select all of them and form a group or a committee. I'm only selecting and not arranging them. Remember that. In combination, we only select and form a group or committee. We don't put them in order. So what is my question? Out of these 3 students, I want to select all 3 and form a group. How many groups will be possible? All 3 for forming a group. For forming a group or committee. I want to select all of them. So only one committee will be there in which all of them are there. So 1. Okay. So out of 3, I have selected all 3 and form a committee. So it will be written as 3C3. How many committees I got? I got 1 committee. So 3C3 is 1. Out of 3, I'm selecting all 3 and making a group or a committee. So only one group will be possible in which all of them are there. So 3C3 is 1. I am not arranging them in order. Remember that. ABC or ACB or BAC or BCA, they are in whatever way I write, but the committee is same. Okay, if I give the name uh, uh, Khan, Shah, and Ankita, these are the three people. I have to select all of them and form a committee. There will be only one committee: Khan, Ankita, and Shah. If I say Khan, Ankita, Shah, or Shah, Ankita, Khan, okay, it doesn't matter. Even if I change the order while calling their names, the committee will remain the same. Okay, so in this combination, order is not important. We are only selecting and forming a group. Okay, so 3C3 is coming as 1, whereas you see 3P3, it was 6 because we were putting them in order. So there were 6 possible arrangements for them. Okay, so that is the major difference between permutation and combination. In permutation, we select and put them in order. In combination, we only select. We don't have to put in order. We only select to form a group or a committee. So I hope you have understood. So 3P3 was giving you 6 arrangements, but combination में there will be only one. See, you call ABC or ACB or BAC. They are, in fact, they are the one group only. Okay. Let us see now 2. Select, this was the first one. I was selecting 3. Now let us select 2 and tell me how many you will get. So this was the first one. Second one, select any 2. Select 2 and form committee. And form group or committee. You can, how many will be possible? How many groups will be possible? Or how many groups can be formed? Think. There are 3 people, A, B, C. Out of these 3 people, I have to select 2 and form a committee or a group. Suppose 3 स्टूडेंट है, मुझे 2 लोगों को सेलेक्ट करके किसी कंपटीशन में भेजना है, कोई भी 2 को, तो मैं कितने तरीके से सेलेक्ट कर सकती हूँ? हाउ मेनी डिफरेंट वेज आई बी हैविंग? Either I can select A and B, okay, or I can select A and C, or I can select B and C. Can you think of any other ways? Any other committee or group which contains 2 people? Out of these 3, I have to select 2. So either I can select AB, or I can select AC, or I can select BC. CA रहेगा तो CA और AC तो सेम ही है. BA रहेगा तो AB and BA तो सेम ही है. Okay, so order is not here. I'm only selecting. So how many ways I can have the group form of 2 people? 3 ways. So 3, I can say then 3C2 is equal to, I'm sorry, 3. 3C2 is equal to 3. Is equal to 3. Look at here. Out of 3 people, I have selected 2. How many? And formed a committee. How many committees will be formed, or how many groups will be formed? 3 groups. 1 AB, second group में AC, and third group में B and C. So 3C2 will be 3. What was 3P2? See here. Out of 3 people, we have selected 2 and put them in order. तो हमें 6 अरेंजमेंट मिले थे, लेकिन कॉम्बिनेशन में 3 ही मिलेंगे, A, B, B, C और AC. Because A, B and BA, you call A and B are in the committee, or you say B and A are in the committee, but the committee is same. It has not changed. Group has not changed. Okay. Nikita and Ajay are in a committee, or I say Ajay and Nikita are in the committee. Will it make a difference? The committee will remain the same. Okay, so order is not important. So AB and BA is only 1 for combination. AC and CA is only 1, and BC and CB is only 1. So you'll get only 3. Okay, so 3C2 is 3. Let us see what is 3C1. There are 3 people, A, B, and C, and I want to select only 1. And I have to send that person for a competition out of 3 students. In how many different ways I can select only 1 person? Either I can select A, or I can select B, or I can select 3. See, यही 3 possible ways होंगे ना. एक ही को सेलेक्ट करना है मुझे, तो दिस इज नंबर 1, नंबर 2 एंड नंबर 3. आई कैन हैव ओनली 3 possibilities, A, B or C. So that means out of 3 I am selecting 1. So 3C1, what is the answer? How many I got? I got 3. So 3C1 is equal to 3. Okay, what was 3P1? Let us see. 3P1 was also 3. So 3P1 and 3C1 is same. So I hope you have understood the concept of combination. In combination, what we do, out of certain objects or thing or people, we select some few and form a group or committee. Order is not important. And number of such groups and committees formed is called as number of combinations of, say, 3 objects taken 3 at a time, or 3 objects taken 2 at a time, or so on. Okay. So I have defined here what is combination. The definition is, if now see, as I told you, in mathematics, whenever we write a definition or a formula, we always use the letters. जब हमने आपको problem मतलब before starting with the definition, I took an example and tried to explain you. So I have taken a small example where there are 3 people, but in general there can be 4 people, 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, है ना? तो I will write a general definition. If n things are given and we have to select or choose r things out of them, and the order of choosing these r things is not important, then such a selection is called as a combination of n objects taken r at a time. So what is combination? In simple language, try to understand. Combination is, out of n objects, if you have to select r objects, definitely r will be less than or equal to n, है ना? इसलिए मैंने यहाँ लिखा है. R can be equal to 0 also. I'm not selecting any object at all. That also can be possible. But R has to be less than. अगर मेरे पास 3 लोग हैं तो मैं 4 लोगों को select नहीं कर सकती. Out of 3 I can only select either 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. So R will always be between 0 and n. Okay. So if n things are given, we have to choose r things out of them, and the order of choosing r thing is not important. Then such a selection is called as a combination of n objects taken r at a time. Okay. Now see here. So the major difference between permutation and combination is, in permutation we arrange the things, so order is important. In combination we don't have to arrange, we have to only select and form a group. So order is not important. So note, in combination of n objects taken r at a time, order in which the selection is done is not important. Such a question can come in objective type. Okay, तो अगर आपने ध्यान से मेरा लेक्चर सुना है या ध्यान से ये सब पढ़ा है तो आप एमसीक्यू कर सकते हैं. एमसीक्यू इज, आई फील इट इज, if you don't have the in-depth knowledge of the topic, then it becomes more difficult. Theory में आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं, थोड़े 1-2 मार्क मिलके आप पास भी हो सकते हैं, लेकिन एमसीक्यू इज more difficult. If you don't have the thorough knowledge, then you may select the wrong answer and straight away your marks will go, and it is computerized, so there is no question of manipulation also. It is not possible also. So you have to be very careful when writing the MCQ. So the thorough knowledge is very important. तो आपको बहुत अच्छी तरह से पढ़ाई करना है, ठीक है? Look at the note that we have done. Now see, the total number of combinations of n objects taken r at a time. The total number of combination of, wait a minute, let me just, of n objects taken r at a time is denoted by NCR. जैसे NPR होता था, P for permutation, वैसे यहाँ पर C for combination. So out of n, we are selecting r objects and forming a group. So it is combination. So NCR, and it is given by the formula NPR divided by r factorial. Now what was our NPR? NPR का क्या formula था? हाँ, what was our formula for NPR? NPR was n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. ये था ना हमारा फॉर्मूला, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. So what I'm saying, NCR is NPR divided by r factorial. This is our formula for NCR. But what was NPR? NPR was n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. We have completed the chapter of permutation, and this was the formula for NPR. What is NCR? NPR divided by r factorial. मतलब इसको हम NCR is what? NPR divided by r factorial. मतलब यहाँ पर हमको r factorial से divide करना. So we are getting NCR formula as n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay. See, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. This is NPR. है ना, और इसमें नीचे r factorial करेंगे तो you get NCR. Okay. So this is the formula to calculate number of combinations of n objects taken r at a time. What is the formula? Once again, NCR equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. See here. NPR होता है n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. What is NCR? NCR is NPR divided by r factorial. ठीक है? What is NPR? यहाँ value रखो NPR का. So it is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, and this is r factorial. So therefore, NCR is equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So this gives you a formula to calculate NCR. Okay. So if I'm given any value of n and r, I can calculate the value for NCR. Okay. So let us see. Let me calculate here some values. Find, suppose I have got 5 objects and I have to select 3 out of them. 5C3. Find 5C3. So here n is 5 and r is 3. Suppose I've got 5 students and I have to select 3 students and form a group. Okay, out of 5. So it is 5C3. Number of groups will be 5C3. How do you calculate? By using the formula n factorial. Matlab n is 5 here and r is equal to 3 here. Apply the formula. So 5C3 is equal to 5 factorial, n factorial matlab 5 factorial divided by r factorial. R is 3. So 3 factorial into n minus r factorial. 5 minus 3 factorial. Okay. Calculate this. So it is 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial. 5 minus 3 is 2 into 2 factorial. Now you have to simplify this. What is 5 factorial? It is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. But also check what is written in the denominator. So in denominator 3 factorial is written. So I can cancel that, right? So I can write 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is nothing but 3 factorial. Okay. Divided by 3 factorial. I keep as it is because this and this will get cancelled. And 2 factorial, I know it is 2 into 1. So this 3 factorial and 3 factorial will get cancelled. So you always have to see what is in the denominator. अगर यहाँ पर 10 factorial रहेगा तो you cannot go on writing 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 up to 1. आपका पूरा पेज ही भर जाएगा, है ना? तो you have to see what is there in the denominator and accordingly write here. So actually 5 factorial is 5 into 4 into, what is 5 factorial? It is actually, wait a minute. 5 factorial is actually 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So what I'm doing, I'm writing it as 5 into 4 and 3 into 2 into 1 is nothing but my 3 factorial. So in place of that, I can write 3. So that is how I have written 5 factorial, 5 into 4 into 3 factorial. This and this will get cancelled and 2 factorial is nothing but 2 into 1. Now see, 2 1 ja 2 and 2 2 ja 4. So I'm getting 10. So that means 5C3, the answer comes out to be 10. So out of 5 people, if I have to select 3 people and form a group or committee, how many groups or committees I can find out, or I can make 10. 10 groups I can make. Okay. So this is what is the meaning. Okay. Now here note. this NC0 means out of n people, if you are selecting nobody, I mean 0 people, then it is 1. How it is calculated? Look at here. NC0 is what? N factorial divided by R is 0, 0 factorial into n minus 0, n minus 0 factorial. So it is n factorial, 0 factorial, and n minus 0 matlab n factorial. Now 0 factorial value is always 1. So this is 1 into n. Now n factorial will get cancelled and you will left with 1. So NC0 is always 1. Okay, what is the meaning of this? For example, if you have 5 objects and you are selecting 0 out of them, so answer will be 1. That means the other way, you are not selecting anything at all. Okay, so 5C0 is 1. What is NCN? It is also 1. How? NCN. So n factorial, apply the formula, divided by R means n factorial into n minus n, that is 0 factorial. So again, when you simplify, you get 1. So the meaning is, if out of 5, you are selecting all 5 and forming a committee, definitely there will be only one committee. Okay, if you apply the logic, you don't even have to calculate. So 5C5 is 1. यानी अगर आपके पास 5 लोग हैं और पांचों को मिलाकर आपको एक कमिटी बनानी है, तो एक ही कमिटी बनेगी. यस और नो? सी यहाँ पर 3 लोग थे और हमको तीनों को मिलाकर एक कमिटी बनानी है, तो 3C3 एक ही कमिटी बनेगी ना. तो जब n और r सेम होंगे तो आंसर 1 आएगा. That is what I have tried to explain you here. NCN 5C5 will be 1. What is NC1? That is n. कैसे? Calculate it by using the formula. What is the formula for NCR? It is n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. तो यहाँ n का वैल्यू तो n है, r का वैल्यू 1 है, तो अप्लाई दिस फॉर्मूला. So NC1 is n factorial divided by 1 factorial into n minus 1 factorial. Now how can I write n factorial? N factorial is actually n into n minus 1 factorial, because what is n factorial? N factorial is actually n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. Go on doing it until you get 1. Okay, so from here n minus 1 to 1, that is nothing but n minus 1 factorial, and this is n. So n minus, and denominator is 1 factorial is 1, n minus 1 factorial. This and this will get cancelled. ये cancel हो जाएगा, तो answer will be n. So NC1 is n. Example, अगर मेरे पास 5 लोग हैं और मुझे एक ही लोगों को सेलेक्ट करके कमिटी बनाना है, तो मैं कितने बना पाऊंगी? 5 बना पाऊंगी ना. 5C1. ओके, 5 लोग हैं और मुझे एक ही को सेलेक्ट करना है, तो 5 कमिटीज बनेंगे. देखो यहाँ पर एग्जांपल, देयर वर 3 पीपल एंड आई हैव सेलेक्टेड ओनली 1. तो हाउ मेनी वर पॉसिबल? 3. या तो मैं ए को सेलेक्ट करूं, या बी को, या सी को. So 3C1 is 3. Same way. 5C1 is 5, 3C1 is 3. तो इस तरह के प्रॉब्लम भी एमसीक्यू में पूछ सकते हैं. ओके, इफ यू आर गेटिंग कंफ्यूज, फॉर्मूला इज देयर, apply the formula, do the calculation, you will get the answer. Okay, so I hope you have understood the concept of combination. Now let us solve some problems. I have started with a very simple problem. In how many ways 4 students can be selected out of 7 students? There are 7 students and you have to select 4 students. In how many ways that can be done? In 7C4 different ways. Total number of selection of 4 students out of 7 students can be done in 7C4 different ways. Then what you have to do? You have to just calculate the value of 7C4. So what is 7C4? Write down your formula for NCR. NCR is n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So here n is 7 and r is 4. N is 7 and r is 4. So apply this formula. So 7C4 will be n factorial, matlab 7 factorial divided by 4 factorial into 7 minus 4 factorial. What will you get? In the numerator, 7 factorial, 4 factorial, and 7 minus 4 is 3 factorial. Okay. Now simplify. 7 factorial I can write as 7 7 factorial I can write as 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. I can write as 4 factorial. Why? Because it is there in the denominator, so that will get cancelled. 4 factorial into 3 factorial. I know it is 3 into 2 into 1. Look at here, 4 factorial will get cancelled. 3 into 2 is 6, and this 6 will get cancelled with this. So how much I will get? I will get 35. Let me see here. I have already solved this, and this here I have solved in front of you. So 35. So therefore, out of 7 students, if you have to select any 4 students and form the committee or a group, how many groups or committees will be possible? 35 different committees you can make. Okay. Look at the second question. There are 10 questions in a question paper. In how many different ways can a student attempt 7 questions from this paper? Let's cancel this. What is the question? There are 10 questions in the question paper. In how many different ways can a student attempt 7 questions from the paper? So there are 10 questions. Question number 1, 2, 3 up to 10. And student have to attempt any 7. तो कितने different तरीके से वो question attempt कर सकता है? First 7, 1, 2, 3 up to 7, या 2, 3, 4 up to 7, या first 2 and last 5. So there will be different combinations. So we have to find out how many combinations will be there. So number of different ways in which a student can attempt 7 questions from 10 questions. So given are 10. So n is 10 here. And he has to attempt 7. So n 10C7 ways. So here I have calculated 10C7. That is 10 factorial divided by 7 factorial into 10 minus 7. That is 3 factorial. Now 10 factorial you can write as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 1. That I can write as 7 factorial because denominator में 7. So I don't have to write this. See, इसके बाद में 10 factorial is actually 10 into 9 into 8 into what? 10 factorial is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. इतना पूरा ना लिखकर यहाँ से यहाँ तक का क्या है? This is 7 factorial. So I can only write 10 into 9 into 8 and the remaining part as 7 factorial. और नीचे 7 factorial is already there and 3 factorial I know it is 3 into 2 into 1. Now this 7 factorial and this 7 factorial will get cancelled. Now see, either you do it by calculator or ऐसे भी आप कर सकते हो. 3 3 जा 9, 2 4 जा 8. So 10 into 3 into 4. Answer आएगा 10 into 3 into 4. That is 120. That means अगर आपको क्वेश्चन पेपर में 10 क्वेश्चन है और आपको 7 क्वेश्चन कोई भी लेना है तो कितने डिफरेंट तरीके से वो 7 क्वेश्चन आप सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं? 120. See, it is such a interesting thing, such an amazing thing. 120 तरीके से आप 7 क्वेश्चन का चुनाव कर सकते हैं. है कि नहीं इंटरेस्टिंग? ओके, go to the next problem. A box contains 6 white balls and 4 black balls. A box contains 6 white balls and 4 black balls. In how many ways can 3 white and 2 black balls be selected from this box? Look at here. In this problem, there is a box in which some balls are there. Okay, some different types of balls are there. Okay, there are 6 white and 4 black. So 6 white balls and 4 black balls are there. Okay. So this box contains 6 white balls and 4 black balls. So total how many balls are there? Total balls are 6 plus 4 is 10. In how many ways can 3 white and 2 black balls be selected? हमको टोटल 5 balls select करने हैं, लेकिन किस तरह से select करना है? Out of 5, 3 will be white.
में सिर्फ 5 दिखाई 5 का नहीं 15 का सबसे खर्चा क्यों सिर्फ 5
A box contains 6 white and 4 black balls. In how many ways you can select 3 white and 2 black balls? Okay, so you have to select what? 3 white and 2 black balls. We have to select 3 white and 2 black balls. How are you going to solve this problem? See, there are how many white balls? There are 6 white balls. And I have to select how many white? I have to select 3 white. So out of 6 white balls, 3 white balls can be selected in 6C, 3 different ways. Okay. And I have to select 2 black balls. There are how many black balls? 4 black balls. So out of 4 black balls, I have to select 2. That can be done in how many ways? 4C, 2 different ways. You remember the fundamental theorem? Initially, when I started with this chapter, what is fundamental theorem? If one thing can be done in m ways, another thing can be done in n ways, then together both the things can be done in m into n ways. I hope you remember that example that a person wants to travel from A to C. A to B जाने के लिए 3 तरीके हैं, B से C जाने के लिए 2 वेज है. तो टोटल A से B जाने C जाने के लिए 3 into 2 6 तरीके हैं. You remember that example? उसी तरीके से हम total balls, 3 white balls can be selected in 6C3 different ways, and 2 black balls can be selected in 4C2 different ways. So together, 3 white and 2 black balls will be selected in 6C3 into 4C2 ways. That time when I had first introduced you with the fundamental principle of counting, I told you that we have to use this principle in our examples or problems on permutation and combination. So the total number of combinations will be 6C3 into 4C2. That is what I have tried to do here. 3 white balls can be selected from 6 white balls. There are total 6 white balls. We have to select 3. In 6C, 3 different ways. Okay. There are total 4 black balls and you have to select 2 black balls. So 2 black balls can be selected from 4 black balls in 4C, 2 different ways. Therefore, number of different ways in which both 3 white and 2 black balls can be selected will be 6C3 into 4C2. Now what you have to do? Find out the value of 6C3. Find out the value of 4C2. ऐसे मैंने यहाँ पर separately किया है. And then put the value and multiply. So 6C3. If you want, I can do it here. 6C3. 6C3 कैसे निकालेंगे? 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 6 minus 3 factorial. That is 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial. 6 minus 3 is also 3 factorial. It's the multiplication here. Now what is 6 factorial? 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 I can write as 3 factorial. And यहाँ एक 3 factorial ये है into the other one I can write as 3 into 2 into 1. This 3 factorial will get cancelled. 3 into 2 is 6 and this will get cancelled with this. So 5 into 4 I am getting 20. So 6C3 is 20. This is what I have done here. 6C3 and it is 20. Now I want 4C2. Let us calculate 4C2. 4C2. 4C2 is what? 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 4 minus 2 factorial. Remember the formula for NCR. NCR is n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So this is the formula. Always see that you know the formula correctly. Okay. n minus r factorial. So this is the formula for NCR. तो यहाँ पर n का वैल्यू 4 है, r का 2 है, तो 4 फैक्टोरियल डिवाइड बाय r मतलब 2 फैक्टोरियल इनटू n माइनस r, 4 minus 2 फैक्टोरियल. So 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 4 minus 2 is also 2. I can write 4 factorial as 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 I can write as 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 into 1. This and this will get cancelled. 2 2 is 4. So I will get the answer as 2 into 3 which is equal to 6. So 4C2 I got as 6. So look at here. 63 is 20, 4C2 is 6. So Now multiply 20 into 6, so that is 120. इसका मतलब out of this box, which contains 6 white balls and 4 black balls, 3 white balls and 2 black balls can be selected in 120 different ways. Okay. So I hope you have understood. So today we have solved these 3 problems on combination. Thank you. We will solve more problems in the next class or in tutorial. So thank you so much.